What if I told you that a single tree changed the course of human history? Not through its wood or fruit, but through an idea, the belief that certain trees could bridge the gap between heaven and earth. Today, we're exploring 7 extraordinary sacred trees that didn't just inspire myths, they shaped religions, built empires, and continue to influence how we see our world. From a tree that sparked one of humanity's great religions to living giants that hold the secrets of climate change, these aren't just trees. They're portals to understanding our own history. Our journey begins beneath the spreading branches of the Bodhi tree, where a young prince named Siddhartha Gautama sat down to meditate and rose as the Buddha. But this wasn't just any tree. It was a Ficus religiosa, or sacred fig, a species that would become living monuments across Asia. The original Bodhi tree stood as a testament to one of history's most important spiritual transformations, its heart-shaped leaves supposedly trembling continuously in remembrance of that momentous event. The tree's story is almost as extraordinary as the enlightenment it witnessed. In 260 BCE, Emperor Ashoka's daughter, Sanghamitta, took a cutting from the original tree to Sri Lanka, establishing what might be the oldest human-tended tree in recorded history. This forethought proved crucial because the original tree faced multiple attempts at destruction. In 600 CE, King Sasanka, a devotee of Shiva, ordered it cut down and burned. But like the teachings it inspired, the tree refused to die. A new sapling, grown from the ancient roots, rose again. Modern genetic studies of the surviving descendants reveal something extraordinary. These trees show unique DNA markers found nowhere else in the ficus family, suggesting they really have been carefully preserved for over 2 millennia. Scientists studying the current tree at Bodh Gaya have discovered it produces unusually high levels of oxygen compared to other figs, leading some researchers to speculate about whether this might have influenced ancient meditation practices. The Bodhi tree's influence extends far beyond religion. Its distinctive heart-shaped leaves became a fundamental motif in Asian art and architecture. The layout of many Buddhist temples mirrors the tree's canopy shape, and the practice of building meditation halls around trees spread across Asia. Even more fascinating, modern research into the fig family has revealed these trees are keystone species in their ecosystems, supporting more life forms than almost any other plant. A fitting legacy for a tree that taught interconnectedness. The Celtic Cranbethad, or Tree of Life, wasn't just a symbol, it was the blueprint for an entire civilization. These sacred oaks served as courtrooms, meeting places, and spiritual centers. When Celts established new settlements, they would seek out a great oak tree and build their entire community around it in concentric circles, a pattern we can still detect in some European town layouts today. The trees were so crucial to Celtic society that harming one was considered equivalent to murder. Each tribe's sacred tree was believed to be connected to the destiny of the tribe itself. Roman historians recorded that Celtic warriors would often fight to the death to protect their sacred trees, leading the Romans to specifically target these trees during their conquest of Britain and Gaul. They understood that destroying a tribe's tree wasn't just about breaking morale, it was about dismantling their entire social structure. Recent archaeological discoveries have revealed fascinating details about these sites. Ground-penetrating radar studies of ancient Celtic settlements show elaborate root-like patterns of buried pathways radiating from central points where great trees once stood. Even more intriguingly, soil analysis reveals these locations often have unusually high concentrations of beneficial fungi and minerals, suggesting the Celts may have practiced sophisticated bioengineering to keep their sacred trees healthy. Modern science has vindicated many Celtic beliefs about trees. The discovery of the Wood Wide Web, the underground network of fungal connections through which trees communicate and share resources, mirrors Celtic teachings about the interconnectedness of all living things. Some Celtic texts describe trees as standing people and claim they could communicate. Ideas that seem fanciful until recent research revealed trees really do send chemical and electrical signals to each other. In Chinese mythology, the Fusang tree stands as one of the most complex and fascinating sacred trees ever imagined. Growing at the edge of the Eastern Sea, this cosmic mulberry tree was essentially the world's first solar power station. Its branches housed 10 suns that would take turns crossing the sky, while its roots were said to be so deep, they reached the underwater palace of the Dragon King. But this wasn't just a creative way to explain day and night. Ancient Chinese astronomers used the Fusang legend as a sophisticated teaching tool for celestial mechanics. The 10 suns represented the 10-day Chinese week, while the tree's location marked important astronomical alignments used for navigation and calendar keeping. Recent analysis of Han Dynasty star charts shows the Fusang's position corresponds exactly with specific stellar configurations used in ancient Chinese navigation. The ceiba tree didn't just reach heaven, it was heaven, earth, and the underworld all in one. The Maya believed each cardinal direction had its own color-coded ceiba tree, with a green tree at the center representing the axis of the world. These weren't just abstract concepts. The Maya literally built their civilization around these trees. Recent LiDAR scanning of Maya sites has revealed something extraordinary. Many major cities were built in patterns mimicking ceiba root systems when viewed from above. Even more fascinating, archaeologists have discovered that the Maya developed complex irrigation systems specifically designed to nourish and protect sacred ceibas. Some of these ancient trees still stand today, their massive buttress roots holding centuries of history. The Maya understanding of ceiba ecology was remarkably sophisticated. They observed that these trees created entire ecosystems in their canopies, leading to their belief that the ceiba contained all levels of existence. Modern biologists have confirmed that a single ceiba can host over 800 different species of plants and animals, making it literally a world tree in the most scientific sense. Imagine a divine seed bank containing the genetic code of every plant that ever existed or would exist. That's the Persian Galcarena, or tree of all seeds. Growing in the cosmic ocean, this mythical tree protected the world's biodiversity long before we understood what biodiversity meant. The concept was so powerful that Persian kings established vast gardens trying to collect as many plant species as possible, creating what were essentially the world's first botanical gardens. The practical impact of this mythology was extraordinary. Ancient Persians developed sophisticated irrigation systems and agricultural techniques based on the principle that maintaining plant diversity was a sacred duty. They created Qanat underground water systems specifically designed to support diverse plant life in arid regions. Systems so effective, they're still used today. Recent archaeological studies have revealed that Persian paradise gardens, designed to mirror this mythical tree's divine garden, were actually sophisticated experimental botanical stations. Scientists examining ancient Persian agricultural texts have found evidence of advanced grafting techniques, hybrid development, and early understanding of genetic diversity, all inspired by the myth of the tree of all seeds. The baobab isn't just a tree, it's a living cathedral that can live for over 2,000 years and store up to 100,000 liters of water in its massive trunk. Different African cultures saw these trees as everything from the dwelling places of spirits to the first tree planted by the Creator. Some believe they grew upside down, with their roots reaching toward heaven instead of earth. But the cultural significance of baobabs goes far deeper than mythology. These trees have served as meeting places, shelter, sources of food and medicine, and even natural wells for countless generations. Their hollow trunks have been used as burial grounds, storage rooms, and even bars. Yes, there's a baobab in South Africa that functions as a pub with seating for 15 people inside its trunk. Modern science has discovered that baobabs are essentially living time capsules. Their rings contain detailed records of climate change, rainfall patterns, and human migration over thousands of years. Scientists studying ancient baobab DNA have found evidence of human cultivation and selection dating back over 1,000 years, suggesting ancient Africans were practicing advanced tree breeding long before modern botany existed. The sakaki tree proves that spiritual significance isn't measured in size. This modest evergreen is considered the most sacred tree in Shinto tradition, believed to be the bridge between gods and humans. Its perfect, symmetrical growth pattern became the model for Japanese garden design, while its use in purification rituals influenced everything from architecture to the tea ceremony. What makes sakaki particularly fascinating is how it influenced Japanese aesthetics and culture. The practice of offering sakaki branches at shrines led to the development of ikebana, the Japanese art of flower arrangement. The tree's natural architecture inspired principles of Japanese design, focusing on simplicity, balance, and natural form. Modern scientific research has revealed something remarkable about these trees. They release volatile compounds that can purify the air around them and have antimicrobial properties. This scientific fact matches perfectly with their traditional role in purification rituals, showing how ancient observations often contained hidden wisdom about the natural world. The sakaki's influence extends into modern Japan's environmental consciousness. Traditional Shinto beliefs about the sacred nature of trees have helped preserve Japan's forests, with many ancient trees protected as natural monuments. Some environmental scientists now study traditional Shinto forestry practices for insights into sustainable forest management. If you've enjoyed this journey through the world's sacred trees, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Mythstorian for more fascinating stories where mythology meets reality. Hit that notification bell to join our growing community of myth explorers and history enthusiasts. And here's a question for you. Which of these sacred trees would you most want to visit and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the myths that shaped our world.